It's actually a real footage of North Korea. The North Korean regime don't want you to know. If he gets caught, uploaded to TikTok, his life is in the risk. Not just his, but his entire 3 generations of his family. They want you to see these massive hotels, massive water parks, but the actual people's living condition is just absolutely horrible. It's gonna be rough to watch. I was scrolling through the TikTok the other day and I found this video apparently from North Korea. The guy who's actually in North Korea films it and uploads it. So I was like, yeah, this might be AI because I've been seeing a lot of videos that are pretended to be in North Korea, shot and uploaded from North Korea. So I thought this account was one of those accounts, but I quickly realized that the video is genuine and it's authentic and it's not AI, and I don't know how, but yeah, it's actually a real footage of North Korea, literally the North Korean regime don't want you to know. So yeah, I thought I would react to it today. Honestly, if North Korean regime finds out that this person is in North Korea taking videos of the street, 장마당s and everyday life and upload it to TikTok, if he gets caught, then yeah, his life is in the risk. Not just his, but his entire 3 generations of his family. Oh yeah, it's like 장마당, right? This is 장마당. This is what I'm more used to. 장마당 means black market. Oh man, that's 인조고기밥 right there. So I gotta hear the accent to figure out where they are. So there is a rice cake right here. And I don't know, the very first one is the rice cake. I don't know what's in the second one. The third one looks like 두부밥, which is tofu and rice. And then the next one, my personal favorite, 인조고기밥, fake meat rice. So let's see it. Man, my mouth is watering just watching this. Yeah, and the video quality is really good too. It seems like it's 1080p.
500원 하나에 순대는.
Oh my gosh, this is not Haesan. This is much more in the southern part of North Korea.
Based on their accents?
Yeah, based on their accent, these people, the person who's speaking, he's not the northern accent. So here's what he's saying. So the northern accent, right? So Haesan, Cheongjin, closer to border town, there sounds like, oh, 이 인조고기밥이 얼마입니까? So asking how much is this 인조고기밥, right? But the southern accent is 이거 인조고기밥 얼마예요? Right? So you see a lot of bouncing. So yeah, this person is definitely in the southern part of North Korea.
얼마일까?
Oh, so he's saying, oh, how much is this 인조고기밥? And she's replying, 500원, 1,000원. So 500원, it's yeah, I don't know how much that is equivalent to the United States US dollars, but 500원, 500 won, and then 1,000원, it's 1,000원? 1,000 won. 500 won and 1,000 won.
이건 얼마일까?
500원입니다.
How about this one? And she says, 500원입니다. 500원입니다. That's 500. That sounds like a northern accent though. Yeah, so the guy who's speaking in this video, who's filming, he's not from the north because he has a southern accent. But people who are in this video seems like in the northern part because the background that I'm hearing, it's like the northern accent.
I was also kind of noticing some of the stuff they're selling seems pretty good quality, like shoes and stuff like that.
Right,
so
yeah.
That would make it seem like it's more near the border.
Yeah, yeah. So it's a lot easier for them to
Smuggle and stuff.
smuggle it out to Hesan. So maybe this is in Cheongjin or maybe in the Hesan area. So yeah, this is like a northern part of North Korea. I'm not sure where exactly it is, but this seems like a northern part of North Korea because the quality of the shoes, like my producer said, the quality of the items that they sell, it's really good. Okay, here's fun fact too. In North Korea, the Tangmadang, right, the market, we used to say you can find everything except cat's horn, right? Because yeah, cat's horn doesn't exist. So if you were to go to the Tangmadang, just black market, you can find everything that does exist. Oh, yeah. So like people like gathering around, right? They have like a little stands and they kind of like cook you right in front of it. And yeah, this is like my childhood. Like this is like what I remember. So it's very closer to my heart. He's asking, 술이 있습니까? It's like, do you have alcohol? And she's like, no.
그 지금 얼마일까? 1,000원부터 3,000원?
How much is the pancake? And then she said there is a price range is between 1,000 won and 3,000 won. Yeah, and people who are like these kids, for example, right? Kids like these, like they're well dressed. And this is winter. They're pretty well dressed. So I think, yeah, like these aren't just regular kids, or maybe like these are the like kids children of the person who's selling the goods in the black market. And I see that the blue bag down there, you see the Chinese writing on it, right? So you can see that it is imported from China.
얼마일까?
요거 500원, 이게 500원.
See, yeah, 요거 500원. So it's like 요거 500원 means this is like the guy asking like how much is this, and she's saying, oh, this is 500. So the way that she said it, it's like 요거 500원. Like yeah, so that's kind of like a northern accent, northern part of North Korea. Yeah. Look at the shoes. Also, North Korea like the individuals in North Korea, they do make fake shoes. So these are not like a real kind of like, it's not I wouldn't say like by the look of it, this is like, I don't think this is imported from China. I think this might be like made in North Korea. Okay, let's do it again. But possibly imported from China too.
여기서부터는 중고 시장이 되겠습니다.
So starting from now, this is like the used market. So 중고 시장 means so he's saying that from here and on, it's going to be 중고 시장. So it's like a used market, right? So it's like a like what's that in American? Like what's that in English? Like a used like things, like people reselling used things. So refurbished or like a
Yeah, I don't know what the exact words would be. There's just a
trade market. Nah.
We have like a thrift store, but like.
Yeah, but no. So I guess it's like a thrift store, but like a 중고 시장, it's like a used things.
Yeah.
So 중고, so this like when you think about like like a refurbished, right? So that means like you used it and you returned it, and then you would get a value for it. But no, this 중고 시장 is everything is imported from China. So this is 중고, like this is used goods from China. This is not used good from North Korea. Maybe it is. There's maybe a few items are in there, but majority of, from what I recall, because my half brother did 중고 장사, right? 중고 옷 장사, meaning like he went into China, he bought like Chinese used clothing he brought back to North Korea, and then we used to sell that. So I do remember like the 중고 옷.
And he was able to do that legally, right?
He was able to do that legally.
To leave and come back because he was part Chinese.
He was half Chinese.
And the Yeah, you're part Chinese, but you weren't allowed to because your dad didn't.
Right. Yeah, I am quarter Chinese
Okay.
because my dad is half. Oh, I guess yeah. My half brother is also quarter Chinese. But yeah, like if my dad were to report me to the authorities and got me the passport, then I'll be Chinese. But I was born out of wedlock, and he did not do that, so I became North Korean. So I couldn't go to China legally.
그 시장.
I gotta say, while watching this video, made me realize there are not that many 꽃제비 kids, which is the orphan kids. So that makes me think, okay, maybe it's a winter, right? So right now, by the way that they're dressed, it is winter. So I'm just thinking maybe like they're hiding somewhere warm. But one thing that I'm looking at is like, one thing that I'm noticing is like there aren't that much 꽃제비s that I'm seeing.
And in case the viewers aren't familiar, Kotjebi is an abandoned child, a homeless child.
Yeah. So
And they would often be at the Changmadang
Changmadangs, yeah, like how I was.
looking for scraps of food,
That's right. Yeah.
which is kind of how they got their name, right?
Yeah.
It means like
wandering
little bird.
sparrow. Yeah, wandering sparrow.
That
Like a
goes and
little
pecks
bird.
at little food. And
Yeah, they just pick on little food, like like whenever you go to like restaurants and sometimes birds fly in and just like scattered and just like they hunt those little things or find little things. That's how it's been originated. Wow, that's fascinating. That actually brought me a lot of memories, and it's I'm thankful to technologies, and I also am a little concerned for this person's safety. And if he does get caught, there's high chance that he might get in trouble, like big trouble. It's gonna be rough to watch. It says that when people think about North Korea, they usually think of nuclear warheads, authoritarianism, and a heartless dictator. I'm making content because I want everybody to think of North Korean people. They are ordinary people who don't know how much better life could be. If you want to help me be a voice for voiceless North Koreans, I would love for you to support me on Patreon, where you can get early access to full-length videos, all sorts of fun pictures, outtakes, and other exclusive videos. Thank you, and I hope to see you there. It says that North Korea, the DPRK that you don't see on you don't see on the news. And yeah, this is Changmadang, right? So that's like this is not technically legal black market, because like there is a black market, like a legal black market, but this kind of thing is much more known as 벼룩장, or like a flea market. I mean, yeah, we have a flea market here too, or 메뚜기장, like a grasshopper market. The reason why we call that is because there is a lot of raids going on. So the police officers would come and then they would just like shoo them away. Or if they get captured, you have to pay bribes. So that's why. And again, as you can tell, they're just like sitting just outside of somewhere and just selling things on the ground. There is no designated seats or like tables or nothing like that. Oh, okay, so that. It says Kizo, I think. Oh, look at that. That's a Chinese brand. See? Again, this is what I mean. So that is a Chinese writing, right? And I assume this is shot in 2025 or 2026, right? Or winter of 2026. And might as well be, this is like, recent videos. And even though there is international sanctions that are going into North Korea, North Korean people have found a way to survive, and by the look of it right there, that's what I'm talking about, is that's a Chinese product, right? And people are smuggling things in and out of China to make a living, right? So international sanctions does not affect the people, right? It affects the elites, because the elites are like, where are we gonna get money, right? So people are actually buying and selling things clearly on there. That's a Chinese brand. And by law, international sanctions, again, you are, well, in my understanding, right? The China should not be doing any kind of things, right? Deals, right? But people does it anyway, right? Because North Korean people are resilient. North Korean people are like smart and they know how to live. Like they can't figure it out in a way. Oh yeah, I think those might be gochebis actually. Yeah, I think those are gochebis. Oh no, they're not gochebis. They're just people who's buying and selling things. Yeah. And then, oh yeah, so they're selling cabbages, they're selling radishes, sweet potatoes on the floor. They're saying that looks like a carrot too. Yeah, see, this is like the 장마당 that I'm really used to. Like markets that I'm used to, like growing up. And you know, I can see that like this market is set up in a busy street, right? I can say that this is like really busy street because there's cars going, bicycles going, and you know all different directions. And the market is set up in the both sides. So this is one of the well-traveled roads in North Korea. But again, this is not paved, right? So this is what I mean when we say, you know, a lot of North Korean roads aren't paved, and this is what I mean. Oh, yeah, the license plate reads Hambuk. So Hambuk means Hamgyeongbuk-do, which is the city of the Cheongjin. It's a province of northern province of Hamgyong. Yep. Yeah, and again, like actually you see a lot of bicycles there, right? So North Korean people actually do use bicycles as their main method of transportation. And this is a really good freeze frame because as you can see, the house behind it, it looks like barely built. Like look at that house. It's like a brick house with, you know, a couple of muds. And look at how the designs back there, like look at the windows right there. It's like barely standing. And again, yeah, this type of thing like North Korean regime doesn't want you to see, right? They want you to see these massive hospitals. They want you to see these massive hotels, massive water parks. But you know, like people, like the actual like people's living condition is just absolutely horrible, you know?
아이. 네.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a busy intersection. This is a really popular busy intersection actually. And yeah, it looks like a market.